Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday today at the another hot one here in Omaha, Nebraska. We are excited today to have Snappy Kraken. We're doing a deep dive, and swimming sounds amazing right now, actually. Coming with us, they have some really innovative marketing ideas and techniques. Kendall Wild will be joining us. She is their partner relationship manager. And this is Lisa Marie Ryan coming on here to talk to you. I'm an annuity sales director here at IAMS. So thanks so much for joining us. We're going to go over a few things about IAMS before we get started with Snappy Kraken. The first thing I really want to draw your attention to is our new producer builders program. So when you are new with us, the first 6 months of production, you can earn some extra help with your marketing. Especially take note of the things that will help you to grow your business, like postcard mailings or marketing reimbursement, our seminar systems, some just really great ways to reinvest our money in your business so you can keep more of it in your pocket. Also, we have our referred producer program. Now, I have so many agents that have been referred to me, and their referrer has taken advantage of this bonus. You get a $50 one-time bonus when your referral agent contracts, and then up to 20 basis points on all their business thereafter. So it's a great way to get an override on someone without taking anything away from their commissions. We pay that above and beyond. We also put $100 of marketing reimbursement for every $100,000 in indexed annuity premium into a marketing reimbursement account for you to use towards any marketing programs, including Snappy Kraken, which you'll hear more about here shortly. Our back office support is unprecedented. You have dedicated case managers working on your annuity and life insurance cases to make sure that they go through and that you get paid. We even help after the sale if you need help getting some information on your client's policies. Whatever it is you need, we're here to help. Our website is amazing. I remember starting here 10 years ago, and we had a very, very basic website, and it has come so far. I use the annuity product grid all day, every day. I have it always open. There are also some great resources in there, fact finders, support, um, a quoting tool, all kinds of great things. So check it out. And if you ever have questions about the website and how to navigate it, feel free to give me a shout. Firelight. It's the best thing to happen to annuity applications ever. No more stacks of papers. Just plug in your application into Firelight. Super easy once you get used to it. You get paid faster, much faster, usually by, several days. You can copy an application if you have a similar one coming up, and then you can just make some changes. It saves your progress. You can pre-fill some things if you've already done some fact finders. I can't talk enough about how great Firelight is. Give it a try. All right, we have some in-house marketing help. Newsletters, postcards, flyers, logo design, business cards, brochures. We have a great team that takes care of that as well. All right, IAMS Wealth Management. If you want to increase your revenue, if you want to become a registered rep, if you want to have assets under management, talk to these guys. I am actually going to put up a poll because so many more people would like to get an increase in their revenue and become a fiduciary. So if that is something you'd like more information on the IAMS wealth management, I want you to go ahead and click on that poll, yes or no. That kind of gives us an idea of what people are interested in. If that's something, we would help you to get registered to get your Series 65 and get you going on something so you're not a captive agent. All right, I'm going to close out this poll. And we're going to go to the next thing on our list, which is our Life and Annuity Academy. Our next one coming up is absolutely full. It's bursting at the seams. That's August 9th through the 11th. However, we are looking at an October Academy if we have enough interest. This is a 2-day training. It's like 2.5 days if you count eating dinner with us the night before it starts. It's a 2-day training. It's amazing advanced sales techniques and strategies from a lot of our top producers. It's a great way to talk to others in the field. Our next one is sponsored by North American and Equitrust. Each academy has a couple of sponsors that you can learn more about their products as well, but is mostly advanced sales techniques and annuity sales topics, wealth transfer tools, things like that. I just want to do one more poll so that if you are interested in an upcoming Life and Annuity Academy, the October dates, throw that in there and I will put you on a list to get you the information as soon as we have it on the dates. So if that's something that you'd like to learn about coming to, then put that in there and we will get you the information. I'm trying to go nice and quickly here, so a few more seconds. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to close that out because we have so much to cover today. Some great things that you definitely want to know about. All right. Our top producers escape Seaside Sanctuary is $4.5 million to qualify. You still have tons of time. We have till the end of the year. We have over 70 producers that have either qualified or on pace to qualify. So you have time left. If you're not sure where you're at, give your annuity marketer a call and they can check your production levels. Annuity or sales rep. Sorry, I'm on the annuity side, so I forget the sales insurance exists. Follow and like us on Facebook and LinkedIn. We do some fun stuff on Facebook as well. All right, so I am going to give over the presentation to our panelist, which is Kendall Wild, I believe, is going to be joining us. Here we go. I'm going to give her control over this.
Thank you everybody for joining me and holding in there. So over the next 45 minutes, it's actually kind of perfect timing that we have just that left, because that's pretty much all the time that I'll need to go through what Snappy Kraken is, and assuming that everybody is on the webinar, you either know what Snappy Kraken is or you'd like to find out. So what you're looking at here are the 3 pillars of Snappy Kraken and what advisors use us for. So ultimately, Snappy Kraken, we provide financial advisors with a complete digital marketing system to create and deepen relationships with their clients and with their prospects. So we want to make it as easy as possible for advisors to fulfill all their marketing needs in one hub, so just one place, and kind of like a one-stop shop. So our unified product offering, it includes personalized websites. We have branding, marketing, and automation, and we feature unique original content. We also have text message marketing via the intuitive combos platform. I'm going to show you guys that in a little bit. And then we also have Freedom 360, which is our done for you program. I'm going to break all of these down, all of the automation, all of our strategy, and then each product as well. So on the next slide, I'm going to go through our cold to gold framework, which is the cornerstone of what makes Snappy Kraken great, and ultimately how a lot of our advisors have won over multi-million-dollar clients. So let's get started. And this, what you're looking at, are 5 simple steps. 1, 2, 3. You also have winning the client, and then 4 and 5. And really, that's all you need. So a lot of times people will talk about a marketing funnel. That's kind of a common word in the industry. So if you've heard of the word marketing funnel, consider that to be something similar to our cold to gold framework. So essentially, we're taking cold prospects, walking them through these important and non-negotiable steps to create these relationships and ultimately win the client and turn that client into a gold raving fan so that you have the referrals that send just organic growth your way. So ultimately, this helps advisors create brands that are so compelling that people have to take notice. And in today's world, people are juggling, 1,000 things at once. We're constantly bouncing between screens. I'm sure some of us have, our email pulled up now on our phones, but that's okay. The digital realm is really overflowing with this never-ending stream of content. And it can be challenging for advisors to break through that noise and get noticed. But with the help of Snappy Kraken, and if you can't tell by the name and our octopus logo with all the tentacles, we're pretty good at getting attention, if nothing else. So to help you get noticed, you can use our content library that has over 250 original campaigns, and they're all specifically created for financial advisors like yourself. So don't worry, I'm going to show you what that library looks a little bit later. But just keep in mind that all of our content, it's bold, unique, and really action focused so that we align with your prospects' interests and we start to kind of hack their mind and create this space for you and your brand. Okay, so once we've gotten their attention, now the next step is to earn that contact. So you have to get your audience to raise your hand. And the way we get them to raise our hand is by offering some type of compelling and relevant offer that's either one of our lead generation campaigns or a downloadable guide that we can put on your website, like either a PDF or a free guide, something like that. But ultimately, we need to earn the contact. So phone number, first and last name, and email is generally what we ask for. And then once you earn that contact, now they start to go into a nurturing campaign. So we've gotten the lead. Now we need to build some credibility. And how do we build that credibility? Now, in today's world, it's rare for someone to immediately see your brand and then commit to that program right off the bat. So I'm going to use an analogy. And this analogy is, imagine you're in the dating world and you've been set up on a blind date, kind of like a referral maybe, or just a lead that you found, elsewhere. And as you meet at a nice restaurant, you find your date, they're attractive, the conversation's flowing, things to be going pretty well. However, it's unlikely that on this first date, you're gonna get down on one knee, pull out a ring, and then propose right then and there, because making a rash decision to spend your life with someone or trust this other person for the rest of your life would be unwise. And so I mention this analogy because as an advisor, your goal is to establish a long-term relationship with clients. So building this type of connection, it does take time. That's where we're here to help. But ultimately, winning that high net worth client or that lifetime partner is important, hence the importance of building credibility. So building credibility is definitely where the magic happens in marketing. Nothing is overnight. And so this is also when advisors start to fall off because building credibility, it does take time. And that's what it boils down to is advisors have their hands full, their plates are full, they're running their business, taking care of their family, all those things that make us too busy to allocate the time. So it can be difficult. But I'm going to pause because I know I can't see you guys, but this is often when there's a little bit of tension in the room because I think for a lot of advisors, you've tried marketing before, it feels like it doesn't work, or maybe you've just fallen off when you've tried something in the past. But this is where Snappy Kraken can step in And our automation tool can be a huge asset and save you a ton of time. You can set up months worth of content in about 60 to 90 minutes each month. You can have 3 to 4 campaigns running simultaneously and then reaching out to all of your contacts. So helping you to elevate your voice and streamline that process as easy as possible. So if you still think that that is a little bit more time than you'd like to allocate, then maybe our done for you program is even better, which is that Freedom 360. I'm going to cover that in just a couple of slides. But for now, let's just keep pushing into step 4. So once we've built that credibility, we need to start the conversation, right? Get that ball rolling. And so the key word for the starting conversation is our action focused content. So we make sure that your emails, your social posts, your websites, they're all going to be loaded down with calls to action. And then your contact information is going to be readily available too. So we incorporate tripwires and again, those downloadable guides, your calendar, social media links. And then we can even put a text me widget on your website so that you have that direct contact and just really easy access for your prospects and your clients to get a hold of you. Okay, so once that conversation started, the next is going to be primarily on you. You know, you're the expert, and then also, of course, IAMS I think has a lot of resources that you guys can lean on as well. So let's say you win the client, you know, very exciting for you. Marketing doesn't stop there. That's when we need to deepen the relationship. And so a lot of advisors actually come to Snappy Kraken really for client retention. So making sure that their clients feel taken care of, they're having the best service in the market. And that's where our content can help you again automate these. You can customize all of our content so it feels like it's coming from you. But ultimately, that automation is going to save you a ton of time and help you to you know, just take care of your clients on a more automated basis. So all of these steps are super important. You really can't miss one. You have to make sure that you're going through that funnel. So with the deepening relationships, I want to show you one tool that I always like to showcase, you know, whether I'm at in-person events or, you know, I'm talking to an advisor, but this is our 90-day new client onboarding. And this is the diagram of kind of what it looks like. It's 3 months worth of automated emails. Again, you can customize these emails if you would like, but this is how your clients really feel like they're getting that A+ service, that they want to stick with you, especially in the first 3 months. That's such a crucial time to build that relationship. So they start with a welcome email. They'll have some expectation setting, some follow-ups, and then even just like temperature checks as time goes on, really to make sure that they feel comfortable with you and vice versa. So this is a great tool. We have a ton of other options as well, but this is something every advisor can and should use. And then if you don't want to have all of these, you can take some in, take some out. But statistically, this is kind of what works for us and what's been helpful for our advisors. So I'm going to show you another visualization of the strategy that we've been talking about, but this is also the visual of what's included in Freedom 360. So this done for you marketing solution incorporates all of those points of the strategy, and it starts with the foundation of getting noticed, and that is going to be your website. So your main brand presence starts with your website. So if you decide that your done for you program is a better fit, then you would start with our dedicated account manager that's specifically for you. Each person has their own dedicated manager, and you'd create an advisor profile for yourself, maybe who your niche clientele is, any specific important details for your business. Maybe you have a podcast, you want to make sure that's incorporated. Our team's going to work with you to make sure that all of that's set up in advance, and then you're ready to roll. So when we start at that base, we're going to optimize your website. And I have a couple of questions I want to go through with all of you, just kind of to spark some curiosity and you know, kind of get those wheels turning. So the first question I have for everybody is to start with, do you know what your website visitor count is? Maybe yes, maybe no. Okay, so how many of those visitors are opting in? So in other words, what's your website's conversion rate? Okay, think that over. Now, are these visitors the right prospects for your business? Are they your ideal client, who you want to do business with, not just like, anybody checking you out, your ideal prospect? If any of these questions are coming up unsure, that's okay. But those are all really vital, important components of an SEO strategy that you want to make sure that you have in place. So your website should not only look good, and this is kind of where Snappy Kraken differs from a lot of the vendors in the market. It can't only look good, but it also has to attract the right client. So this is where Freedom 360 comes in. And then first, we're going to incorporate an SEO strategy to target your ideal prospects. And then we'll enhance your website further by adding that compelling offer. So earning the contact by having some type of downloadable PDF. We'll display that right at the top banner. You can even have like a pop-up widget as well. But that's just attracting the right people and then effectively capturing their information. So once we've gotten their information, of course, building credibility comes up, and that's where the automation takes place. Our team is going to make sure that once someone opts in, that lead now transitions from a cold prospect into a nurtured lead. So through that automation, we're going to make sure that that lead has engaging content week after week, utilizing the email and texting campaigns, and then also getting that conversation started. So we're going to work that through that process for you and with you. If you want to have some hands-on, you can do that too, but our team of experts will make sure that these processes continue to roll. So with the starting conversations, we have some different appointment bookings, just some follow-ups, making sure that the ball is continuing to move. And then once you've won the client, we'll automatically deploy the 90-day new client onboarding sequence. And then once that continues, or just for existing clients, visual insights newsletters begin to go out, timely emails, and then we'll have the quarterly review that goes out too. Once all of that's done, it's really just streamlined down back to the bottom and it all begins again. So as your prospects come in, as you gain more leads, or you have some type of seminar and you have a large list, we'll work with you to make sure that they're all taken care of in that appropriate placement of the strategy. Okay, so I talked a little bit about texting, and I want to show you what the interface looks like. So I'm just going to show you a screenshot. So not super interactive this time, but we can definitely go over some more at a later date. So what you're looking at, this is the interface of Combos, which is our texting platform. It's pretty intuitive. You have your messages on the left, the campaigns that are pre-built. And so with Combos, this is a tool that you can access from either your computer and soon your phone. And this tool allows you to engage with prospects and clients both on one-on-one basis and then one-to-many. So these campaigns are pre-built, kind of similar to the Snappy Kraken library, and you can send these out. Now, we do have all of the opt-in and opt-out flows for both the inbound and the outbound. So we have to make sure we comply with the FCC and TCPA rules. So all of the texts are consented to by the consumer. And then for questions around phone numbers, when you become a Combos user, we're going to provide you either with a new number, or you can text enable your existing phone or like your business or office line. So there may be some questions because I know we're just going through this pretty quickly. I do have the link for you guys if you wanted to do like a personalized demo on any of these programs that I can drop in at some point in the chat. But this is just kind of a blind's view of what our Combos looks like. So
also, I just want to jump in and make sure that everyone knows, if you have questions as we're going through things, type them in and we'll have time for questions at the end.
Definitely, yeah, Q&A for sure. Cool. So if nothing at this point, then I'm going to keep moving and I'm going to jump into the library, which I know is probably what everybody is hoping to see at this point. So let me switch my screen now. Bear with me because I'm a little worried about that. Let me see. Let me see if I can switch it. Okay, so now we see the Visual Insights newsletter, right? Everyone can see that okay? Cool.
Yes, we see it.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna go to just the library, actually. And this is what an advisor is going to see when they log into Snappy Kraken. This is our library. We have a dashboard that collects the analytics. And each square you see is one of our campaigns. A campaign to us has multiple elements, and I'll go through those with you. You can see we'll have over 20 pages worth of content that's, again, all specific to financial advisors. But before I jump into the content, I always like to start with our resources, which is our customer experience team. It's a team dedicated to all of our advisors so that when you become a Snappy Kraken member, you have hands to hold, whether that's right at the beginning for onboarding or you're 4 years into using Snappy Kraken, you have tons of resources to lean on. And I'm going to show you just a couple so that you know kind of what I'm talking about. So I always like to showcase our marketing mix, our customer experience team. They create these, you can think of it as like a strategy guide every single month. So this is what August looks like. And it's pretty lengthy, but even if you're not a Snappy Kraken member, you can take this strategy guide and use it for your own benefit on your own social media posts and your own marketing. So we always give you some features of the month just so that you can take those and use them for your own. We'll go over the strategy, of course, so that we're all on the same page. Campaigns to jumpstart the month. So these range. We'll have a Visual Insights newsletter, one of our newest, a lead generation campaign, a personal connection video, which is such a great way to connect with your clients. We have over 30 of these video scripts in our library. I can show you guys one of those. And then even on combos, right? So diversifying the way that we reach our contacts. But these are just a couple of ideas that we like to give, trying to make it as intuitive as possible and as easy on the workload for you guys. And then this is cool. So this is our recession worries. We started this in January of this year. As the turbulence in the markets happen and there's recession worries start to come up, it's one of the most important times that we should be talking to our clients. They're stressed. We really need to make sure that they feel taken care of. And so this recession worries are all of the campaigns that would be good to kind of get you jump started, or make sure that you're just talking to your clients and prospects in the proper way. As we continue, we'll just do some essentials. And then these are cool. These are like some social ideas, some prompts of the month. And we pair these with different events. So we let you know what's happening. Some of them are a little bit more serious. Some are probably a little less. National Banana Split Day. But whatever you want to use, you're welcome to. This just makes sure that you have all of that together. But okay, you get the point. We make it as easy as possible. We have a calendar, and these are just plug and play. So once you start with our campaigns, all you really need to worry about is the first week, because the automation is set up to make sure that the calendar looks like this for you. So it's really easy, and I'll show you how easy it is now by going through some of the campaigns in just a second. So again, live workshops, you can go from a Snappy Kraken novice having no idea about marketing, and then in about 2.5 hours, you can become an expert. So our Learn It workshop, this is part of your onboarding with Snappy Kraken. We make this one mandatory just so that you get your feet wet with us. And then we always recommend a Launch It and a Track It. And then even if you wanted to go through the marketing mix in a little bit more depth, we have a Launch It marketing mix workshop too. The Reef is a Snappy Kraken forum. You can think of like a Facebook group that all of our advisors are welcome to join, and then you can collaborate on what's working, what's happening in the markets, things like that. So tons of resources to lean on for anybody beginning with Snappy Kraken or is already a member of ours. Make sure you utilize all of these. You can even book a one-on-one call if you have some type of like unique situation that you just want to work strategy with our team. So we're definitely here to help, want to make sure that you guys feel taken care of. But let's now look into the library. and see what we have in here. So at the top is always going to be our newest content. And then it goes, obviously as we make it. So it ranges. We have these personal connection videos, negotiating your best offer. We have a DIY template. This has an AI feature where you can create your own newsletters, some other things I'll show you in just a second. But for now, I'm going to show you a visual insights newsletter that has been popular all the way since 2018. So we launched How Far Could $1 Million Go in Retirement back in 2018, but we revamped it again in 2021 with new information, and then again this year so that it's up to date. Now we're revamping this really just because statistically this has worked exceptionally well for our advisors. And so if you are ready to launch your campaign, all you do is simply click on to that square and it leads you to this view, which is important to pause at because it has a lot of information that you want to make sure that you're on top of. So I always recommend to start with the diagram. Each campaign will have a diagram that showcases all of the elements within that campaign. So for this one specifically, and really all of our visual insights newsletters look something similar to this. You're going to have 4 weeks worth of content that go out. And it starts with day one with an email, and then simultaneously all of your social posts will go out as well. So you'll integrate your Facebook, your LinkedIn, and your Twitter. We also have an integration with CRM systems like Wealthbox, Salesforce, and Redtail. We make it really easy to bring your contacts over. If you're not using one of those CRMs, don't fret. All you have to do is just download a CSV file and you can bring those contacts over to the Snappy Kraken library. So either way, it's no big deal, but that's how it looks. You'll have one that goes out per week, and then all of these pages are going to be sent to a landing page. Now we create these landing pages to be hyper focused for your prospects so that they can do one of two things, which is download the PDF or they can book a one-on-one meeting with you. So if they download the PDF, they'll get a confirmation page, and then they'll also get follow-up emails. So follow-up is so important in all of our sales, and we want to make sure that that doesn't drop off for you. So we have these automatically added. The confirmation email goes immediately after they download the PDF, and then again 7 days later. And that's just reminding them if they have any questions, they'd like to have a conversation, you're open, you're willing, and they can book a time with you right then and there. So again, we just have you covered with all those fancy bells and whistles. This is a preview of what the campaign will look like. And also on this page, you'll have a quick description. This is an internal video. So this is really just for you to make sure that you understand what the value is of one of our visual insights newsletters. And then at the bottom, you're going to have your FINRA review letter. So all of our content is FINRA reviewed, except for our timely emails. And the timely emails, the only reason we don't FINRA review them is just to make sure that they are timely. With FINRA, they might take a little too long. So those are just a little bit more relevant. But any of our campaigns that have multiple elements are all FINRA reviewed. Okay, so you got through the preview, you're ready to go. This looks good. You're on the team. So then you begin to personalize. You simply click onto the blue button. And for our time, I'm going to show you one that's already created just so we can keep it moving. And it'll send you to this view, which is where you can start to customize this content, make it your own. It is turnkey, so a lot of advisors, they just simply go through preview, make sure everything looks good, and then they send it to compliance, and then they start to launch. If you want to add any of your own, like I mentioned earlier, podcasts, YouTube videos, family photos, anything like that, this is your time to do so. You start by just simply editing. You'll also have all of your disclosure and your contact information present. So we make sure that you have your disclosure nicely down at the bottom. This automatically auto-populates for each campaign. So you really just have to set that up on onboarding, and then that's taken care of. And then if it looks good to go, all you do is save. And you'll see at the top that it starts to fill up. So once you get all the way to the bottom, it'll say 100%, and then you're ready to launch. So you have all of the different elements that are incorporated, the emails, the social posts. I'll show you what a social post will look like, so you'll have a little visual of the retirement campaign, and that's where someone can click in and download the PDF. So with our PDFs, what they download, we use something called open loops, so that we provide them with some information. They feel like they did receive something to give them information on this topic, but not enough information that they have all of their questions answered. We actually want to invoke questions so that they reach out to the advisor, again, starting that conversation, and just reaching out to a professional to get some more information. All right, so say we get through all of it, you're ready to launch. At the bottom, it'll say finish, and then you'll have something will pop up right at the bottom that says that you can download the PDF or you can send directly to compliance. So we make it really easy to send all of this over to your team. Once you've gotten the okay to launch, then you can set up a time and date that you want all of this to go out. And then for the weeks to follow, all of those elements are automatic, right? So they just go out on your behalf. You don't have to worry about it as time goes on. So that is a Visual Insights newsletter. Are there any questions on any of the content yet? Is there anything in the chat that I should take a look at before I continue?
Here, let me take a quick look here. It looks like just a couple people asking for the recording as they couldn't stay, but that's it so far. So far, no other questions.
Okay, cool. No worries, and we'll just keep moving. When it comes to finding the campaigns, if you wanted to get a little bit more technical, say you already have your niche clientele built out and you want to really get down into targeting your contacts, we have all of our audience types laid out nicely, all of our product types, and then you can even focus on specific steps of the cold to gold framework. So if you're an advisor who's had a lead list for a couple of years, but you need to start the conversations with them, they've gotten content from you, then just rely on the starting conversations or whatever step that you may be in. So I'm going to show you one of our newest features, which is our DIY template. And I might need a little bit of help on this. So what I need help with is a topic for our AI builder. Is there anybody on today that would just give me a quick topic for like a financial advisor, maybe a newsletter that you'd want to share, or just something that's top of mind at this point? Anything coming through?
I'm keeping an eye on the questions tab, see if anybody comes up with something.
If not, we can just do something simple, maybe like tips to share with a financial advisor. So this isn't going to be perfect because it's just on the move, but ultimately we can start with,
how about why fixed index annuities outperform multi-year guarantee, or FIAs outperform MIGAs?
okay, say that again for me one more time.
Why FIAs outperform MIGAs and YGAs. Yeah, let's see what they come up with.
Yo, is it all like minus like that? Okay. So from there, okay. So we take that information and then we plop it in there. So this is obviously just what AI has given me. As the human, I would go through and make sure that this is, correct and how I want this to present to my prospects. But from there, say we have that looking good. We want to add a button that says that they can book a meeting with you. So get suggestions. Let's say, let's get started now. Cool. You can even do an image builder, and it just continues on from there. So this is just one single timely email, but with this AI feature, it just allows you to build these out, be a little bit more personalized, and then send these one-off emails to your entire group. We also are launching next month something for our social media. So we'll have a landing page builder as well. But with this AI feature, you can start to just become creative with your own ideas. If something pops up throughout the month, log on to Snappy Kraken, whip up an email, and then send this out. So we're just trying to give advisors as many resources and as many tools to be successful and speak to their clients and prospects. But that's just kind of the basis. We can go into detail a little bit later on. But that is pretty much all I have today. So the biggest things we learned about was our cold to gold framework. That is the cornerstone of Snappy Kraken. We have 250 plus campaigns in our library. And then also we have the done for you marketing program, the Freedom 360. So you pretty much have as many tools. If there's any questions on any of those, feel free. I'm here the next couple of minutes to go through those with you. If you want to do a consultation with our team, let's see if that's in the chat or not. I can drop it to us. And then that's pretty much all I've got for you. Anything else?
I clicked something weird. Okay, so if you'd like more information on Snappy Kraken, go ahead and put that there, and I can get you the info that you need to get in touch with them and get going.
Perfect.
Let that sit for just a moment and simmer. And then I'll be following up with everybody that attended in case you had a question that did not get covered during the during here, but you can always put in some questions as well. Happy to help with that as well.
Cool. All right.
All right, very good. I'm going to go ahead and close this poll. So I'm going to give everybody 3 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, close. All right, thanks again for joining us. We really appreciate you showing us all about the amazing things that Snappy Kraken can do.
Of course, yeah. Glad to be here and share the last hour with everybody. So thanks again.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.